Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and we haven't gotten a whole lot done. Oh, the holidays have taken their toll on my productivity. So we got a little bit on the upper armor done, we've got a little bit more defined down here on the lower section. We'll walk you through what's updated, what hasn't, and what we're planning on doing. This is probably going to be a shorter episode, but you know, we'll see how it all goes. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week thus far. Oh, I know it's kind of frustrating coming back from, well, for at least for a large portion of the Americans, was a 4-day weekend. Hopefully at least a 4-day weekend. Let's see here. Go ahead and throw a couple of more of those in. Now, I did turn the build and repair system off while we're doing some of this, because what I found was that as I was going through, I found a couple of areas that I actually needed to change some of the design up a little bit, mainly to keep it visually a little bit more consistent with what we had. Oh, so you're going to cut there, and then we're going to go like so. Yes, okay. You're on that one, which means we are going to do that here. Yes? Yes, okay. So, what we're doing, like I said, we're basically just cleaning up the exterior design a little bit. I want to make it, I don't know how to explain it. I want to make it a little bit more consistent, I guess. And so what we're going to end up with is quite a few things that may not normally make sense. And odds are I will end up ripping probably a good portion of this out. But I haven't decided yet. And I haven't decided. Do we want to go ahead and run that like that? Why not, right? We'll give that a try, see how that works out. Worst that happens, it's the thrusters rip a hole in the side of the ship. Okay, so if you remember the last time we were together, we had put some the hydrogen tanks in, so we now actually have hydrogen storage, and I don't have an easy way of getting in there anymore. Let me see here. Alright, so we'll come up this way. So we now actually have kind of a little room in here, which is kind of what we were talking about before. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and close this portion off. And I'm kind of tempted to leave, maybe put a doorway actually in here, so that we can get in and out of here to do some repairs on the thrusters. With, again, the idea is that we want to be able to reach pretty much as much of the ship as possible without having to go outside for anything. And go ahead and we'll go ahead and do that. Why not? And I'll figure out if we're going to do a door here or not. But we do want to armor this area up a little bit until we figure out what we're doing here. Now the idea is that we might, if we do put if we do actually close this entire thing in, well, it will eventually be closed in entirely, but if we want to leave the little doorways here so that we can get in through here and, come out and do the repairs that we may need to do on the supply lines, which would mean we'll actually have to come back and cut some of the blocks out at some point. You know, well, actually, I guess if we go at this depth, we wouldn't actually have to. We just have to have it slope down on the interior portion. And it is kind of nice being able to get back in here and deal with some of this stuff, because it would be kind of good to have the ability to run around in here, if for no other reason than because it would irritate the folks that are trying to capture the ship. But it does reduce some of the armor in the ship. But anyway, we'll keep thinking about that. We'll, you know, maybe do something with it. I haven't decided yet. Now, this one, we still need to weld some of this stuff up. How many plates do I have left? Not nearly enough. Okay. You're missing components. You're missing, so it's conveyor junction, air vent is done, so 3 medical components. I don't know if we actually have any. It came up, but nope. Okay. We need 3 medical. There they are. Let's see if we have the materials for it. We have the silver, nickel. Is it iron we're out of again? I think it's iron we're out of again. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna go in here, disassemble. Let's go ahead and disassemble 10 steel plates. Come on. Actually, did I use all my plates? Ah, oh, son of a... Oh, we'll go ahead and disassemble 10 interior plates. Those we know we have. Okay. Son of a... what do you need? You need 60, right? Alright, so what are you going to give us? You're going to give us 1. So go ahead and break down 100 of those. Ah, the things we do. Alright. And we get around to 40, we'll be okay. We should be okay for those. Alright. Let you continue doing that. We're going to grab those. And what did we say that we took out of there? 1,500? There. We seem to be moving a little bit, and I think it's because we've got that other ship docked. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that. How many plates do I have still? 71. Alright. Okay, so we need 1 conveyor junction. You mean you can't withdraw interior plates? Alright, whatever. Okay, so that's online, that's online. We can't load any of that up because we're missing some plates, which is fine because I can go like so. Give me steel plates. That's fine. Let's take them out of there, maybe? See, part of the problem is I went around welding up as much stuff as I could. Like the thrusters and such. So the thrusters actually have all of their crap. We're just waiting for components for those.
Inventory full.
How do we get inventory full? Because I've got plate or grids,
Meteor
right?
storm inbound.
Whoop. You knocked that off. Okay. Come here. Get off the railing. Thank you. Alright, so I think that's everything in here to make this airtight. Is that correct? Hey, look at that. We can make this airtight. Why are you not pressurizing? You turned green.
Energy low.
There we go. Okay, so yes, it does pressurize. It holds atmosphere. Awesome. Okay. You know what's even better? So while we're in here, since this thing's piped in, we can recharge all of our stuff. I did bring ice up, so our hydrogen storage is what? 15%? Eh, it's not too bad. We're just using that to get it charged again. Okay. Okay, so we now have a pressurizable room over here. If we go through the other side, can I? Come on. So if we go through over there, which what block are you? Why does that look like a remote control block? I don't remember putting a remote control block in there. I mean, it's very possible I did. Wouldn't be the first time I did something I forgot that I did it. Oh, that's the contract block. Okay. Man, that is a funky block shape. Ah. Alright. So, if we come over here now, can I not get up here anymore? There we go. So this one is will hold pressure. The one on the other side will hold pressure. We can get in through there. It's kind of nice because we can actually get around pretty much most of, if not all of, the ship at this point. And we can just kind of hop out the back here. Alright. So, one of the things that we did do, as I was saying before, we did go ahead and get, you know, a good portion of the under armor in before we ran out of plates. So I'm going to have to do even more mining and resource collection. Yeah, we do still have Bob installed now. The last time we were together, we were talking about Bob. For those who don't know who I'm referring to, the build and repair, the nanobot build and repair mod. So I'm probably going to, once this build is done, I'm going to take Bob out. Because we found out that if you're using that, you can set Bob to grind friendly vehicles. So factions that you are aligned with, you can actually use Bob to pirate them and not take a faction hit. Not sure if there's anything that the mod author can do about that. I think it would be good to have Bob associated to the faction that controls him. So if you are in a faction, or even if you're not in a faction, if you yourself should be modifying, like if Bob does something, you should be credited with Bob's action. So if it's good, you get the rewards. If it's bad, you get the negative impacts. At least, that's my opinion on it. The fact that Bob does not come with any type of penalty for using him in a faction system, that is definitely something that needs to be looked at. Alright. Oh, so yeah, I need to go get a lot more material. Great. Well, at least it's iron, so I can grab stone, if not iron ore. Alright, so let me go get some more iron. We'll get plates queued up and probably finish working on the hall space, because we're almost done with this thing. The only thing that we really want to do at this point, or the only additional thing we'd want to do at this point, is add a couple of more thrusters, and I'm thinking I may add them here in this space. They actually will fit pretty well because they're 2x4 or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 2x4. Which I think, yeah, so they're 2 thick, 4 wide, or 4 tall, and I want to say 3 wide. Yeah, so 3 wide, so it's 3x2x4. So what I'm thinking is we have this space here that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we do them 1, 2, 3, we'd be able to do 2, and then from here it'd be 1, 2, 3. So we get another 4 thrusters on each side, and we would do that on both sides, giving us 8 thrusters in total, and that should fit. How did we end up with that being reversed? Oh, hello. Crazy. Alright. Okay, so you should be the cut in. You are the cut in. Okay, so it's just... that was the problem that we were talking about, where we ran into an inconsistency on both sides. And you can see it here where we ended up with a giant block. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, it's about 1 a.m. my time. So as I was saying, we ended up with a giant block over here, and I'm actually going to cut into this to give us a little bit more detail that mirrors what we've got going on the rest of this body section. We still need, I think that's what I'm going to do between now and Wednesday. So tomorrow you will probably get a build video, which will be basically me not talking, just a little bit of background music, and quite possibly a time lapse, basically mirroring what we have on the other side of the ship here. So now that I think I like that. I think I like the way that came out. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And yes, I did repaint the entire ship. Went with a little bit more neutral. But what we'll do is we'll come back. We'll do the detail work on this once we have everything in place. Part of the reason for this is I may end up actually extending the front end a little bit. Because as we've built the thing out, as we build the ship out, we end up with the sense of scale getting kind of thrown off. And so I'm thinking I want to change that up a little bit. Okay. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So you see how the scale of the ship has changed? Let's do that. So where before we didn't have these really large forward sections, kind of like shoulders here, now that we do, the front end looks like it's a little bit out of proportion. So what I'm probably going to do is that the upper portion, I'll probably extend out like another 10 blocks or so, maybe 15 blocks. The benefit of that is that will also give us some more decoys that'll put it further away from the center mass of the ship. And then the lower section I may leave where it's at currently, mainly because of the fact that I kind of like having, you know, something a little bit more substantial that close to the ship. But we'll see. Okay, so like I said earlier, I think this is going to be a shorter than normal. I mean, this is going to be really short compared to my normal videos. And, you know, I am going to apologize for that in advance, but I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here, because like I said, we are rolling in at 1 a.m., so it's been a really long weekend. Okay, so I am going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, did I say hit or did I say like? Wow. Yeah, see, I'm sorry. Oh, if you're new to the channel, you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date, don't forget to click the little notification icon, that little bell. It will let you know when new content comes out. Also, the likes, the comments, and the subscribes all let me know that you're enjoying the content or not. Well, that's what I'm here for. Hopefully you are enjoying it, because I enjoy making it for you. But this is one of those nights where I need more sleep, so anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy their week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. We have to go do a lot more armoring. Lots and lots of armoring. So much armoring.